Adam and Freemasonry by past Master Mchenry. The biblical Adam is often considered as the first Freemason, as he was the first human to receive the divine light of God and to learn the secrets of creation. According to some Masonic traditions, Adam passed on his knowledge to his descendants, who formed the ancient mysteries and the craft of Masonry. In some Masonic rites, such as the Scottish Rite and the York Rite, Adam plays a significant role in the initiation ceremonies and the allegorical dramas. For example, in the 14th degree of the Scottish Rite, the candidate represents Adam and is instructed to rebuild the lost Word of God. In the 7th degree of the York Rite, the candidate is also identified with Adam and is taught the moral lessons of his fallen redemption. By following the example of Adam, the neophyte seeks to regain his original state of innocence and perfection and to become a true worshipper of the great architect of the universe. There is also the mystic word. The celestial language of Adam is known as the Adamic language and has been a term used to refer to the original language spoken by Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, according to some traditions. Some Masonic writers have claimed that this language was preserved by the ancient initiates and transmitted through the ages as a secret code of symbols and allegories. I find some reference to this in the 2nd degree of Masonry. I will explore some of the sources and interpretations of Adamic Masonic symbolism, as well as its implications for the modern craft. As a grand expansion, if you will. One of the earliest references to Adamic Masonry is found in the writings of Elias Ashmole, a 17th-century antiquarian and alchemist who is considered one of the first recorded speculative Masons. In his Theatrum Chemicum Britannicum, he mentions a manuscript called Clavis Sapientiae, or the Key of Wisdom, which he attributes to King Solomon. This manuscript allegedly contains the secrets of the Adamic language and its relation to the creation of the world and the human soul. Ashmole claims that he obtained a copy of this manuscript from a Rosicrucian brother, and that he translated it into English with the help of John Dee, a famous occultist and advisor to Queen Elizabeth I. According to Ashmole, the Adamic language is based on the Hebrew alphabet, but with different meanings and pronunciations. He says that each letter represents a divine name, a natural element, a planet, a zodiac sign, a metal, a stone, a color, a virtue, and a vice. He also says that each letter has a numerical value and a corresponding geometrical figure. By combining these letters in various ways, one can form words that express the hidden mysteries of nature and God. Ashmole gives several examples of such words, such as abracadabra, a word of power that can heal diseases and ward off evil spirits. It is composed of the letters A, the first letter of the alphabet in the name of God, B, water, R, the sun, A, God, C, fire, A, God, D, the moon, A, God, B, water, R, the sun, and A, God. The word forms a triangle that symbolizes the Trinity and the harmony of opposites. Adam, the name of the first man and the archetype of humanity. It is composed of the letters A, God, D, the moon, and M, earth. The word forms a square that symbolizes the four elements and the four corners of the world. Eve, the name of the first woman and the mother of all living. It is composed of the letters E, air, V, Mercury, and E, air. The word forms a hexagon that symbolizes the 6 days of creation and the 6 directions of space. Ashmole also says that there are 3 levels of understanding the Adamic language: literal, allegorical, and mystical. The literal level is based on the plain meaning of the words and their grammatical rules. The allegorical level is based on the hidden meanings of the words and their symbolic associations. The mystical level is based on the spiritual effects of the words and their numerical values. He says that only those who have attained a high degree of wisdom and purity can access this level and communicate directly with God. Ashmole's account of Adamic Masonry was influential among some later Masonic authors, such as William Wynne Westcott, Arthur Edward Waite, Albert Pike, and Manly P. Hall. They expanded on his ideas and added their own interpretations and speculations. Some of them also claimed to have access to other sources of Adamic knowledge, such as ancient manuscripts, secret societies, or mystical visions. They argued that Adamic Masonry was the original and purest form of Masonry, and that it contained the key to universal knowledge and enlightenment. However, not all Masons accepted or endorsed Adamic Masonry. Some criticized it as fanciful or fraudulent, based on dubious or non-existent evidence. Some also questioned its compatibility with Christian doctrine or Masonic principles. Some even denounced it as heretical or blasphemous, implying that it was an attempt to usurp God's authority or to worship Satan. Today, Adamic Masonry remains a controversial and obscure topic among Masons and scholars alike. Some regard it as a valuable source of esoteric wisdom and inspiration, while others dismiss it as a product of imagination and deception. Some seek to revive or restore it as a legitimate branch or degree of Masonry, while others reject or ignore it as irrelevant or dangerous. Whatever one's opinion may be, Adamic Masonry is undoubtedly an intriguing and fascinating aspect of Masonic history and symbolism. Let's get to the light.